Hi and welcome to Painting with Steve, oil painting tutorials. And I'm painting in my kitchen today because it's nice and light and sunny and airy outside. Don't know if you can see. I'll swing the camera around. So today I'm going to be painting a forest with bluebells. So it's going to be a lovely contrast, purples and blues and a couple of greens as well. So I'm going to swing the camera around and show you what I'm using. Now, I have my jar of brushes here, lots of different brushes. I have, what's this? I have a very, very old watercolour brush. It's actually goat's hair, and it's very handy for grasses, that type of thing. I have a few here on the table. And I have my palette. Now, colours I'm going to be using today. A few different blues. I'm going to have Peruvian blue, cobalt blue, lamp black. I'm going to have magenta. That's like, it's almost like alizarin crimson. It's very, very rich pink. I have cadmium red, burnt umber, cadmium yellow, naples yellow, and titanium white. Just a few colours today. I also have my turpentine with a little drop of linseed oil in it. And I have my canvas. Now it's only a small canvas because it's only a quick tutorial I'm doing today. It's, I think it's 14 inches by 10. It's around that size. And I have a tablet here with a photograph, and that's just what we're going to be painting today. It's just a general, just to give you a general idea. I won't be copying it exactly, but you can see lovely light coming through the forest and lovely bluebells. I have another jar here, look, with some of my wife's expensive fan brushes. Very, very expensive. I haven't used this one yet. I'm almost afraid because it's so expensive. Only joking. I have another one here. It's a nice cheap one. €2 inside a discount store. So that's it. Cup of coffee as usual. And you'll probably hear some animals running around the place here in a minute because there's cats and dogs all over the place. So it could get quite noisy. Right, I'm going to hook this onto my stand and we'll make a start. Okay, this is the canvas. Now I gave it 2 coats of primer and I gave it a quick sand. Just to make it a little smoother because it can be quite rough, some of these canvases. Now it's only a board. Okay, I'm only using boards just for these tutorials. Right, I'm going to take my big flat brush and I'm going to dip into my turpentine. And let's go into some, now it's very kind of dark around here, very, very dark purple. Let's take some white. Make this nice and wet, and some phaylo blue. A little touch of cadmium red. I want it really, really dark. Let's put more red in with a touch of brown. Let's have a look at this one. Not too bad. It could be a little darker, I think. A little black. I want this nice and rich. So I'm going to put in some more phaylo blue and more cadmium red. There we go. And it's flowing around nicely now because I primed the board well. Let's put in some more red into this. And I'm mixing the colours now on the canvas. I just dipped into my red and put it directly onto the canvas board. And this is quite dry now, I'm just kind of scrubbing this along. Now, let's see now. Let's go into some more red and some cobalt blue this time with some white. And we're going to start lightening this now as we get closer to this side over here. It's going to get lighter and lighter. Okay, just slightly. And maybe a touch of naples yellow. Make it a little warmer. There we go. Just going to hold the canvas frame with my hand. It's shaking all over the place. And so you can see now nice colours kind of graduating from one to another. And let's go into some cadmium red, some Naples yellow. That's going to get really nice and warm just around here. And in fact it gets very light just here. There we go. And you can see all these lovely rich colours here now. I'm mixing them as I go along on the canvas. I just put a touch of Naples yellow in there. And let's go into a touch of magenta. Let's give that a go and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's quite nice. And let's go into some magenta and some cobalt blue. And that's a nice pinky colour. And then let's add a touch of white as we get further out here. And I'm going to move this now so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now, and I'm going to touch of Naples yellow with cadmium red just up here. And just fill all this, cover all the canvas. We're going to be putting more on here in a minute. Let's just cover all the canvas first. Now, there we go. And that's not too bad at the moment. I'm going to, now I'm looking at the photograph and I can see a bit of green up there. So I'm going to put some green, some cobalt blue and some cadmium yellow. A little bit of white. And I'm mixing this now into the purpley colour that I just had on my palette. That'll help everything merging together nicely. A little bit of green up around here. So I'm just putting a touch of green in. And I apologise if I'm working a little too quickly because I'm trying to get this done fairly quick. Now, and that's my cat. My cat is going crazy, jumping around on top of bags and all kinds of things. I don't know if you heard her. Always up to mischief, Rosie is. Always up to mischief. Now, that's a nice little bit of green as well. So we have a lot of different colours going on. I want to make this really dark just here. It's very, very dark in shadow. So I'm going to take some phaylo blue. Let's go for some magenta this time. And some black. Only a touch of black now, Payne's grey, whatever you have. Because I don't want to overpower this. Trying to make it nice and dark just along here. And a little bit of brown as well. There we go. And then just blend it gently into that light colour. And that is not too bad for now. I'm going to put in some burnt umber just up here, and perhaps a little black as well. Let's add a touch of blue. It's really dark around this side here, and you can even tap it as well, look, to suggest some trees in the distance here. You see? Just tap it along. There we go. And that's just a nice simple background for this. But I'm going to put in some trees. There's some little trees off in the distance here. But before I do that, I want to put in a little light blue just here. I can see some light blue on the photograph. So for that I'm going to use some phaylo blue, not cobalt, and plenty of white. There's a very light kind of a blue just creeping through here, just slightly. So I just want to get that in. Yeah, let's make it nice and light here. I want this really light because the sunlight is kind of bursting through over here. It's kind of breaking through the trees here and there. And there we go. And I'm doing upwards and downward strokes here now, and that will help create the idea of trees off in the distance. You see? There we go. That's nice light, isn't it? Right. Some trees. I'm going to take. We'll start off with our detail brush first. Let's go into some of that dark blue that we just had. And I'm making it quite thin. And let's just suggest a few trees here off in the distance. Just like this. Just straight up. That's all you have to do. You see some nice trees there. Way, way off. Through the forest. And this is just kind of a quick lesson now, just to show you how to paint bluebells quite easily. There we go. We have a thick tree just there. And now I'm going to switch to my bigger detail brush, and I'm going to go into some phaylo blue, cadmium red, and let me see now, make a nice dark colour for this, nice rich purpley colour. And let's just put in one or two thicker trees just here and there. And not much detail in this, just a little bit here and there. There we go. I'll add a little bit of brown as well. And there's going to be a very strong shadow side on these trees. We're going to be hitting these with some light as well later. And I can see there's another one very close to it. Just here. I make this nice and wet now so we can really get a lot done. There we go. No. I'm just getting the bulk of the trees in. I'm not worrying too much about the detail for now. So let's make a nice deep purple again. Phaylo blue, cadmium red, and we have another couple around the back here. No. And let me see here now. I want to start blending some of these in a minute. I don't want to keep them too sharp. So there we go. Now blender brush, blender brush. I'm going to take my little blender brush and just blend tops of these in to that background, just slightly. There we go. I think I picked up some red there by accident. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Now that, it's alright. Now, I'm just going to blend all this out here. Right, I think now next I'm going to put some light catching these trees. And it's a very warm light. It's not a cold highlight, it's a warm highlight. So I'm going to just take some, just let me get some more cadmium red here on my palette. And I'm going to take some cadmium red, touch of that, with some Naples yellow, and a touch of cadmium yellow. Plenty of white then into this. And I'm going to just catch the front of these just here and there. You see? A little more cadmium red and some white. And there's a lot of light just at the end of these trees. The sunlight is bursting through and just catching the bottom end of the trees. There we go. You see? And I hope you can see this alright now on the camera. And we have a little bit here. And let's just widen this slightly here now. And some Naples yellow and white just on the edge. And on the one next to it, same again, just here and there. Then I'm going to take my fan brush and just pull that in slightly. Okay, just create a little curvature on the tree there. There we go. And it's that easy. Now we put on some shadows as well in these in a minute. In fact, we could put on one or two just now. Let's take some phaylo blue, cadmium red, and it's a really bluey shadow now on this. Everything is very, very bluey in this picture. So let's just put some of that in there. Some phaylo blue with some cadmium red. There we are. And you can play around with this painting now as well. And make up your own ideas as you're going along. There we go. And it's not too bad, I don't think. Let's just put a little touch of white and blue just along the edge. And that will really bring the trees to life. No. That's a little better. Okay, I'm going to start with this, these bluebells coming through here. Just get this much done so I can blend it in into this background up here. So, I'm going to take my little flat brush, medium size. It's actually a size 12. Size 12 flat, to be exact. And I'm going to take some Naples yellow. Now, on a clean section of palette, I don't want to get muddy with these colours, some cadmium red and some white. And there's a very, very bright colour coming through here. It's like the sunlight is bursting through on the floor. And right along here, this light colour. And I'm just tapping this now with upward strokes, okay? And cut across the bottom of those trees. All the way across the bottom. And let's add more pink as we go along. There we are. And it's blending in nicely now to those trees in the distance. You see? Right, I'm going to move this up slightly so you can see this a little better. And I'm going to start adding some cobalt blue now into this as I go along. There we see, just a little touch of blue, and we're gradually going to switch to almost complete blue here, and just tap it in all the way along. Now we have a very dark one coming along just in here, so I'm going to put in some cobalt blue with a touch of cadmium red. We have a very, very strong blue just along here. I'm going to turn sideways because it's a very, very small shadow. So it's just coming along just here. I don't want it too thick. And as it comes more and more in, let's add some phaylo blue into it. And again, tapping gently, look, just to create these bluebells. And even put a touch of red on your brush as well. There we go. That's coming on quite nicely now, isn't it? Okay, let's put more red into this. That's better. It gets very dark as it gets in here. I'm going to darken the side now as well, slightly just up here. That's better now. There we go. And I'm going to lighten the colour here now for this. So let's get more red and some white. Plenty of red and plenty of white. And let's lighten this here a little bit. There we are. So easy, all I'm doing is tapping. See how easy it is. Right, now I'm going to put in blue all the way along here, a nice dark blue. And I can hit that then with some highlights later. So some phaylo blue and cadmium red. And it's very, very rich. That's a bit of cobalt blue. It's quite dark along the bottom here. So there we go, cadmium red, phaylo blue, and upward strokes all the way along. That's it. And let's just wet our brush slightly now, make the paint flow a little bit easier. And some more cobalt. I'm switching between phaylo now and cobalt because cobalt is more of a natural blue. Phaylo is very handy for the shadows. I'm going to use cobalt blue for the close-up ones here. Now, more cobalt, because they're nice and rich, these bluebells. Now, that is the underpainting done. In fact, I'll do a little phaylo blue and magenta just here, look, because it's very, very rich, just along the front here, and perhaps a little bit of black as well. There we go. Now, and some black just along in here. I want this really dark, this corner in here. No, that's a bit better. Now, so we have established our shadow. This is basically all our shadows here now. And when I'm going to put on highlights on this, I'm creating the light coming across. That's not bad. Right, I'm giving my brushes a really good clean here now. Really, really good clean. I'm going to start putting more trees in closer. There's a tree just here, very, very thick tree coming up. So I'm going to, you see now, I think I'll switch to a flat brush for this, a small flat brush. Let me find a nice one here now. Yeah, this will do. Nice little flat brush. Number 6. A number 6 flat. A short flat to be precise. And let's go into some phaylo blue, cadmium red, and I think a bit of brown as well. I can see a touch of brown in the tree. Now, let's start on the flat here, and it kind of leans out of the painting slightly and then comes back in. You see that? Now, I'm going to put in more red to counteract the light colour behind this because it's mixing. You can leave it dry if you like and then come back to it, but I like painting wet into wet, so I'm just going to do it like this. Now, a bit of brown and red, bottom. Clean our brush again, go back into it. There we go. And it kind of breaks off here, goes up into the shadows. Let's just put some more on this, make this more noticeable. And it's not too bad. Now I'm going to switch to my little medium round brush here, and I'm going to go into some burnt umber and a touch of cadmium red. And there's a very kind of a rich brown just up here. So I'm just creating some nice tones here in this tree. Complement the rest of the painting. There we are. And it gets very dark down at the back here. See? And a touch of black. And in fact, some phaylo blue as well. There we are. And then let's just put some branches breaking off of this one here. Now you're probably thinking it looks a little sparse just down here, but there are some green branches coming along. Look, I'll just put one branch in just to balance it out a little. There we go. My cat's about to jump. Oh, she jumped. She jumped up on top of the counter over, on top of the cupboards, the high cupboards. She's quite a jumper. No. I think now I'll put some lights on this. Yeah, we'll put some highlights on it. Let's go into some. Now I'm putting more cadmium red on my palette again because we're using quite a lot of cadmium red today. So I'm going to go into some cadmium red, a little bit, plenty of white, and let me see now. Let's take a touch of Naples yellow. And right down the bottom here, let's put all this highlight in. Clean our brush, and go back into it again. And as you get higher up, it's only kind of hit and miss. Just here and there. You see? It's really that simple. Let's take our fan brush now and just twist that around. We create some curve. There we go. And we'll go back in now with the pointy brush and get some really bright highlights on this. I'm going to show you my cat just for a second because she's up there. Look at her up there, look. She's investigating the house. And I can see something getting broke here now very, very soon. Yeah. There we go. And she's down. And that's Rosie. Rosie the cat. Well, she was a kitten. She's on fully grown now at this stage. We just straighten this camera now a little bit. There we go. Now, some very, very rich highlights. Let's go into some naples yellow, cadmium red and white, and let's just put some nice warm highlights along here. If you find it going a little bit green, just add a little bit of red into it. Yeah, just a touch of cadmium red. And that will counteract the green then in your painting. Let's put another little bit here. And touch on that branch. And all these little highlights do help. And I'm then going to go into some cobalt blue and white. And I'm going to use this on the highlights, and you might think it's a little strange, but it's reflecting the light from the bluebells. So just here and there. Just here and there, just touch a little touch of it. Because of course all these colours are reflecting off of each other in the forest. And take our fan brush again and just very, very gently pull those. Only just very gently. No. And that is not too bad. Right, we're going to put a shadow now, casting from this, and we're going to go very, very dark with this shadow. Because the darker the shadow, the brighter the highlight becomes. So let's go into some phaylo blue and cadmium red. I'm going to make this really dark now. Let's just test this now first. Yeah, that's not bad. Not too bad at all. So let's bring this shadow. This is the direction of the light now is coming along this way at a slight angle. So we're going to come down at a very, very slight angle with this. See how easy that was? Let's just make it slightly bigger here just by the tree. And blend it into that tree there as well, look. There you go. And it gets very dark then over here, so some phaylo blue and some black. There we go. And that's not bad. That's not a bad shadow. Now let me see. I'm just looking here, we have some very light greens just popping through here and there. So I'm going to put those in. Now let me see, what kind of a brush could we use for this? Because it's only just here and there. I think we'll try the fan brush. Okay, let's clean our fan brush. Okay, lovely fan brush. And let's just mix a little green for this. Let's go with some cadmium yellow and put it into that deep colour that we just used. So it's going to be a very, very dark yellow. And let's put little thinners into this now just so that it flows nice and easily. Right, let's just try this now. Yeah, it's not bad. Because it's quite dull now because it's way, way back in the distance. So it's just here and there I'm putting it. just here, and as it comes out into the light, it gets very, very bright. So I'm going to just take some cadmium yellow and some white, touch of that darker green, and just here and there. Just here and there, just tap it very, very gently. Let's try that again. See? It's just catching the tops of those darker greens that we just put in. And don't overdo this, that's fine. Now, we have another big tree just in the back here. In fact, we have a cluster of trees just here, some very, very dark trees. So let's do those. Let's go back into a flat brush again. Okay, a small flat brush. Let's mix a nice dark purple colour here now. Phaylo blue, some cadmium red, and let's put in a bit of brown as well into that. Nice dark colour. And we have one comes up here, cuts in front of all those branches. We have another one along here. And let's just make these nice and thick now again. Yeah. This one as well. I'll leave one more. Let me see now. Make some more dark colour for this. And we have one more. It's just kind of creeping in here. And it sort of disappears out of the picture then. See? Right, let's get some really dark now for the back of those, for the shadow side of those. Some black, phaylo blue, and a little bit of red. Some nice dark shadows on those. And I'm bringing it out slightly, just at the bottom of the tree trunk. It just kicks out. Yeah. And we've got to put some branches on these as well. So we bring one branch out of this. And make this paint nice and wet now so it flows easy for you. And bring one up here. Just wiggle it around as you're going. We have one coming out here. We have one breaking off here. This is just a suggestion. Now we're going to be covering these with leaves in a minute. And it's just, as I said, a quick tutorial, not too much detail. My next painting will be very, very detailed. I don't want to be showing you too much all at once. Now, not looking too bad for now. Right, some highlights. Just at the bottom now we have some very bright highlights on this. So, I'm going to go some cobalt blue this time in white. And we can get these then lighter gradually as we go. Yeah. And blend this in. There we are. That's a nice light on those trees. Let's put a little bit of red into this, make it slightly more pink. I don't know if you can see it on the camera now, but it shows very well on this. Just a little bit here and there. And on this one, yeah. Right, again, let's take our fan brush, let's give it a bit of a clean, take off that green colour, and let's just pull those in slightly. Little curve, see? Little flick. Same here. See? Handy little trick, isn't it? Now, some dark snow again for the back of this. So we will go with our little flat brush again, and let's get some really dark now for the back of that. Phaylo blue, cadmium red, and a little brown maybe. And nice and dark, just behind there. Then blend it up into those trees. Now let's just pick out the roots on this coming along. Yeah. And we're going to put in some highlights on this now, very, very bright highlights as well. So I'm going to take a touch of cadmium red, touch of naples yellow, and lots of white. I'm going to put a nice warm highlight on the front of these. See? Nice warm one. A little bit here. And it's catching the root just here. And let's mix up some more of that now again. Cadmium red and naples yellow. I'm just going to catch here and there, just along the tree. That's a nice warm highlight now. There we go. And again, we blend these in now with our fan brush. Right, let's pull those in very, very slightly. I don't want to overdo it now with this. I just want to blend them in. And that'll do just fine. Oh, looking quite good. Next, I want to put some highlight across here, or some sunlight, should I say. A lot of sunlight coming across, so let's take some cadmium red with some white. We'll try that first. Touch of naples yellow. And these are the highlights cutting across here on the bluebells. There we go. Just tapping, that's all I'm doing. Tapping all the way along. And let's make them slightly more bluey as we're going along. There we are. And we're going to put some very strong shadows in here now in a minute. Let's put one down here. Just like that. No. That's some nice highlights coming across. I'm going to go into some naples yellow now with some white. just for here, because the sun is really bright just here. And again, it's along here. And then we're going to get some really bluey colours, because of course they are bluebells. Nice bluey colour bluebells along here. There we go. And this is a great painting now, just to kind of mess around with your colours and, you know, play around with the mixing. Here we are. And that's not looking too bad. I'm just going to put some very dark ones across here, because that's a little light just for me, just around here. So back into phaylo blue, and there's a little shadow cast from the tree which is outside the painting. And I'm going to darken this one as well. So there's a very strong shadow being cast here from outside the painting that you can't see. And that'll really bring the painting to life. There we go. Let me cast across there. That's not bad now at all. And it's just a quick demonstration. Now I'm going to go in with my smaller brush, and I'm going to do some close-up bluebells just around here, just to give it that little bit more detail. So let's see now, I'm going to take some white with some cobalt blue, and I'm not even going to mix it, and just here and there, just pull it out like that, flick out. There we go, another one. We do another one just here, look. That's all I'm doing. Little flicks with the brush. And look, it's just an impression. You don't have to go to any extreme detail with this. You really don't. Now, just get that extra little bit of detail along the front of the painting. That's all we're doing. And it just helps. And I think now with my fan brush, right across the back here, I'm just going to lighten that slightly. And I'm going to go into some cobalt blue with white. I want to just lighten it ever so slightly, just along the back. See? Tap, tap, tap. It's that simple. Now, I was saying earlier we have some light greens coming through. I'm just going to move this now down so you can see what I'm doing. We had some light greens just popping in here and there. And in fact, just around here we have some very, very bright greens. So, let me just take some white, put some white on my palette. And let me see now. I'm tempted to use this fan brush, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get the effect I want. Let me see now. Yeah, I will try it. Some cadmium yellow. In fact, I'm going to lift the palette up to show you what I'm doing. Cadmium yellow, little white, and it's going to be very, very, very bright now. Tiny, tiny bit of blue. There we go. Now it's really, really yellowy. See that? And just here and there, there's a bit there, and And a tiny bit more blue then. There's a very, very bright bit of it just there. And there's a little bright bit creeping through just here and there, over on this side. Up here then there's a little bit popping through just here and there. And the fan brush is very, very good for this type of work, because it gives you very mixed up sort of brush strokes. There we go, a little bit there. I don't want to overdo this. I really don't. If you like, you can just take your little detail brush, let's just give it a clean, and go right into that bright yellowy colour. And I really want to emphasize the sun catching these leaves just here and there. Okay, I just want to emphasize the sun catching the leaves, so I'm just putting a little flick just here and there. See? And we can put one just here and there as well on this. And really, I'm only just picking out some little details. I'm probably being over fussy now. Tell me if I am. But that, my friends, is basically it. There's a little bit of light just catching this, a little bit of green just flicking around here and there. That's it. Now, yeah, just here and there. And I think that's probably it for now. I think we should put somebody walking through it actually. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's think of a nice colour now to put on this. I think maybe, I just think we'll stick with similar colours. Let's go into some phaylo blue, burnt umber. And we can do a shadow side of him and a light side. So remember, top half of a carrot and the bottom half of the carrot. Let's just do burnt umber for the bottom half. And he's just walking through this field, or this forest, should I say. And let's get some light on him as well. Yeah. And let's just blend it in. And just a little dark on the back of him. And then do the little head. We put a little cap on him, little yellowish cap. And to finish it off, we must do a little shadow on this guy. So we put a very, very strong shadow behind this guy. Just tap it gently. There we go. That's all we need to do. And I think that's about it. So put a bit of yellow across the front of him here. Oh, and perhaps a little stick. There we go. So guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Just put a bit of more highlight on this here. See, I'm only fiddling now, and when you fiddle, you end up making a mess. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and subscribe to my videos. You get new ones each week. Let me take this off now, so you can see me. Now, thank you so much. This is Eva. Say hi, Eva.
Hi, Eva.
Silly. And Eva's going to be an artist just like me. Well, that's what she said. She's going to be an artist, and she even has me buying her own paintings now at this stage. My studio is full of paintings from Eva, and she's costing me a fortune. Aren't you? Yeah. So, see you next time. Tune in, and all the best. Thank you.